Welcome everyone to our second day. Kurt and I are just going to kick it off here. I'm the Energy and Engineering Manager for Facilities at UC Davis.
Yeah, and I'm the director of the Program for International Energy Technologies and the D-Lab Design Lab. And Josh and I are partners with others on the Sustainable Campus, Sustainable Cities Initiative, which is sort of bringing you this two-day conference.
Yeah, we had a great time yesterday. Really great discussions, some great presentations. I was really impressed with the quality of our presenters all around. So looking forward to day two. Just a couple logistics here. It is 9 to 2, so we have a short day. We got a lot packed in there. If you're joining for the first time, you'll notice that all the participants are on mute and no webcam. That's just the way these webinars are set up. We're asking that you type your questions in the Q&A box, which you should be able to see on your screen there. It says Q&A, and put your questions in there. Those go to all the panelists, and then we can answer them. Either we have Q&A sessions at the end of each presentation, so we'll get to them then, or we can type in questions as the presentation's going. There's also a chat box, and we did find, to our dismay yesterday, that you aren't able to chat directly with each other privately, which would have been nice for networking, but you can chat to everyone in the attendee list if you have questions generally for other attendees, or you can chat to the panelists as well. But we do prefer to use the Q&A if you're sending questions, just so we don't miss those. There will be a short survey when you log out. We ask for feedback so we can keep making this better each year. And this is being recorded and will be posted on our website at the end. Any questions, direct them to Ali or Halona, and their contact is there as well. So as Kurt said, this is part of an initiative we do. We talked about these yesterday, so we're not going to spend time on it today, but we have some really great stuff going here at UC Davis, especially collaboration with the academic and operations side of the campus. And because we think that's been somewhat unique, we do want to showcase what we're doing and share it and encourage other campuses to do the same. So that's part of what started this all 3 years ago. And we had an in-person workshop 3 years ago. It was a kind of a surprising success with how many people came and were interested in sharing. And the last 2 years have been virtual, but have been a lot of fun because we've been able to expand the network. We said yesterday we have, I think, 350 people registered for this. Not all of them are going to be able to see it synchronously, but we had 175 on yesterday, and it looks like we're getting up to some pretty good numbers as well today.
Hey, Josh.
Go for it.
Can you check your mic? I think there might be a bumping sound coming. I don't know if it's your mic or mine. I don't think it's my mic, but it sounds like it might be your mic. Because I don't hear it now that you're not talking. So maybe just check the connection and check where your mic's at. I hear a bumping when you're talking or wind or something.
Thanks.
Yeah, we'll see if we can. Yeah, so we're here in 2021. We got some response, and I mean, it's not surprising that most people here are from California because the electrons don't have to travel so far, obviously. But we did get 30% from other parts of the US and 10% from international. And I think that surprisingly, that's about what we had when it was in-person international, but it's great to see people from all over. And actually, it's a lot more people international because we just have more people on this. And then it seemed it was a lot of people are from campus operations, about half, which is expected because this is, one thing that we like about this webinar. It's a very hands-on problem-solving kind of thing. So, but it was great to see a faculty here because obviously we had an education workshop and we had a really good showing there. So that's great. And one thing I'm trying to do is get more faculty involved. Maybe next year we'll try to get more students. I don't see tons of students here, and it'd be interesting to know how many came from Davis and other places. And we have a good showing from industry, so that's great. Yeah, I'm very happy about the mix. You can go to the next one. Let's see if you solved your mic issue, Josh.
Yeah, it might be the meeting that's happening next door, so I'll try to stay muted.
I hear the bumping.
What we wanted to do before we jump into the agenda for today is just get some feedback from you all on the favorite either session or presentation presenter yesterday. We're asking people just to throw it in the chat now, so everyone can see it, so you can chat to everyone. We just want to hear from you what you liked yesterday.
Yeah, we'll we'll start bringing them up as they come in. Okay, so somebody just said the Danish women, Frida Frost. Yeah, I like Frida. I met with her once before this, and what I really liked was how much warmth came across, especially at the beginning. She really wanted us to know what Denmark was like.
Yeah, I love the Wi-Fi occupancy, Chris Wayant at the Sustainable Berkeley Lab Group, doing some really cool stuff. Loved seeing that too. Angela at Cornell Medical was really impressive with the training program and the room they built for their HVAC technicians. Good, people like that Wi-Fi stuff. It is something that we've been doing as well. So amazing how useful that's been actually through COVID. My Vice Chancellor, who you're going to hear from today, gets a weekly report from us on occupancy levels in the buildings on campus, because she wants to know where people are and which buildings are more occupied. So we never thought we'd be sharing that kind of information. Yeah, Mexico, great presentation.
Yeah, and somebody chimed in about Cooper Union. It was great. Actually, last year we started collaborating with Melody, and it's great seeing the work she's doing. I mean, they have this crazy complicated building, and they're doing their best to make it run great. And that's awesome. And the SMUD electrification efforts, we know a lot about that because one of my graduate students was working a whole year in SMUD, and he helped a lot with that study. So yeah, super.
All right, well, you can keep throwing those in the chat. It's fun to see what you guys liked. And do give us feedback when you get a chance in the survey. Here's the agenda for today. And we're going to start with a keynote, really interesting stuff from the California Energy Commission and our commissioner. Then we're going to jump into a brainstorming session, which it's going to be interactive, and it should be a lot of fun about what we can do collectively in terms of energy opportunities. Led by Eric Eberhardt of our UC Office of the President. Then we're going to get into strategies for financing projects that might be a little misleading. It's not really a financing talk as much as our Vice Chancellor here at UC Davis talking about how we built our energy team and how we launched into our hot water conversion project. Hopefully inspiring some of you to take that similar path. We'll do the live music at lunch. Again, that was a lot of fun. For a short lunch break, and then we're going to end with a research session where you get to hear some of the stuff. We haven't talked too much about UC Davis, so you'll get to hear that today in the afternoon, especially some of the highlights with our research teams on campus and what they're bringing to industry. And we'll end with the raffle. So fun raffle. Yesterday we had a couple winners, and we're going to have a couple more today.
Yep. Thanks, Josh. So I think we're going to launch in the keynote in a second here. So I'm going to introduce the person who's going to introduce the person. And so I'm Kurt, everybody knows that. We're going to bring on Kelly Kissock to introduce Siva Gunda, a California Energy Commissioner. I'm going to talk for a second about Kelly, but I also want to talk about Siva because I don't get to introduce him, but I do want you guys to know that Siva and I came here as graduate students together at UC Davis, and we studied energy together. Even I started a year earlier than him, so technically I'm his mentor, right? But not really. Anyway, it's been great working with Siva the whole time and watching him grow, and I think that we're in very good hands with Siva at the California Energy Commission. So I just did want to chime in there, and I'm really glad to see him and bring him back here today. At first, the other person that I haven't known as long, but I get along great with is Kelly, and Kelly came to us from the University of Dayton. He was the chair of mechanical engineering. He started an energy assessment center there and ran that. And he's now the director of the Energy and Efficiency Institute. And I really like Kelly because he's very hands-on. He understands the technology, and he's also a very good people person. He's a great person to work with. He's somebody that you can sit down and be very casual and bring stuff up. Anyway, Kelly, we're really glad to have you as our director. I want you to know that, and I'm going to just turn it over to you.